Our Creator and Sustainer is so far beyond us that if He did not reveal Himself to us, we wouldn't even know who God is. But God does want us to know Him, and to know Him in a very personal and intimate way. And so, through our study of theology, we know that God reveals Himself in two distinct ways. One is general revelation, and one is special revelation. General revelation says to us that God reveals Himself to us through His creation. In other words, as we look out and see the trees, and we look and see the mountains, and we see the ocean, we recognize that there is a design and there is a creator. It is the reason that Paul would say to the church in Rome, in Romans chapter 1, that man is without excuse because God has generally revealed Himself to us. But also we know that God specifically or specially reveals Himself to us through His Word and through His Son. What's amazing is as you read Psalm 19, you will hear David say those two things, that God reveals Himself to us generally and to us through special revelation. Even though I don't think he went to seminary or anything, let me read this with you. It says, the heavens, Psalm 19:1, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky proclaims the work of His hands. Day after day they pour out speech, night after night they communicate knowledge. There is no speech, there are no words, their voice is not heard. But their message has gone out to all the earth, and their words to the ends of the world. In the heavens He has placed a tent for the sun. It is like a groom coming from the bridal chamber. It rejoices like an athlete running a course. It rises over the end of the heavens and circles to the other end. Nothing is hidden from its heat. David is reminding us that God has revealed Himself through His creation. But then he goes on to say, the instruction of the Lord is perfect, renewing one's life. The testimony of the Lord is trustworthy, making the inexperienced wise. The precepts of the Lord are right, making the heart glad. The command of the Lord is radiant, making the eyes light up. The fear of the Lord is pure, enduring forever. The ordinances of the Lord are reliable, altogether righteous. They are more desirable than gold, than an abundance of pure gold, and sweeter than honey which comes from the honeycomb. In addition, your servant is warned by them. There is great reward in keeping them. Who perceives his unintentional sins? David says, cleanse me from my hidden faults. Moreover, keep your servant from willful sins. Do not let them rule over me. Then I will be innocent and cleansed from blatant rebellions. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable to you, Lord, my rock and my redeemer. In other words, David reminds us, God receives glory from His creation. God receives glory from His precepts. We know that God receives glory from His Son. Shouldn't you and I give God the glory He deserves as well? You'll notice in this song, as Kati and Neil lead us, it's called So Will I. The mountains cry out. His laws cry out. His Son always cried out to the glory of God. So will I. Enjoy this today.
God of creation, there at the start, before the beginning of time, with no point of reference, you spoke to the dark and fleshed out the wonder of light. And as you speak, 100 billion galaxies are born. In the vapor of your breath, the planets form. If the stars were made to worship, so will I. I can see your heart in everything you've made. Every burning star, a signal fire of grace. If creation sings your praises, so will I. God of your promise, you don't speak in vain, no syllable empty or void. For once you have spoken, all nature and science follow the sound of your voice. As you speak, 100 billion creatures catch your breath, evolving in pursuit of what you've said. If it all reveals your nature, so will I can see your heart in everything you say. Every painted sky, a canvas of your grace. If creation still obeys you, so will I. So will I. So will I. Oh, if the stars were made to worship, so will I. If the mountains bow in reverence, so will I. If the oceans roar your greatness, so will I, so will I. For if everything exists to lift you high, so will I. If the wind goes where you send it, so will I. If the rocks cry out in silence, so will I. The sum of all our praises still falls shy, and we'll sing again 100 billion God of salvation, you chase down my heart through all of my failure and pride. On a hill you created, light of the world, abandoned in darkness to die. And as you speak, 100 billion failures disappear. Where you lost your life so I could find it here. If you left the grave behind you, so will I. I can see your heart in everything you've done. Every part designed in a world of art called love. If you gladly chose could.